Hi guys. I was asked in Safeway, what are you doing tonight? So I explained that I would be here. And then Michael asked, are you nervous? And I said, no, never nervous, but I am very nervous. Um, Make a long story short, growing up, I was very depressed. I never learned like everybody else learned. I wasn't too good on math. I didn't pick up on things quick. And I grew up in a predominantly African American community where it was weird for me to like Cyndi Lauper. I got beat up for singing the Beatles. I got beat up for singing Stevie Nicks, but one of my favorite songs is Dream to this day. It always makes me want to go shopping. And like Kim mentioned, I where I lived in Evans Ridge, we Ann and Tom, I don't know if Tom is affiliated with it, but and Northrop did Team and Teen Saturday. And I got invited to go and I went. And got my first run in with seeing Tom. But what struck me with Tom was I went to an African American church, and there were only two people that weren't like me in my church. Those of you know of Kim Hart, it was Kim Hart, and it was his family. But I would always see Tom come in because he would sing with the senior choir, and then he would leave. One week, my mom still to this day doesn't know this, but I was really, really sad, and I could not, for the life of me, stop crying. Um, was having a lot of bad thoughts in my mind, but one Sunday my mom woke me up early, but I had been crying that whole night, so I was up for church. And on my car ride, I had prayed that God give me something that would give me some substance that would keep me grounded. Like I said, I didn't really fit in, so I needed a place to really be. That Sunday, I was asked to pray in church. I said yes instantly because I needed to vent. It was like nobody could hear me scream, but in the inside, I was screaming as tough as I could in my lung, but nobody was noticing little on me. Tom came up to me and he asked me would I do a play Raising the Sun. Instantly, I said yes. Here, I can't even remember my timetables. You can ask me what I did last week. I would have to stop and think. But one rehearsal, he asked me to trust him. I didn't really even trust my mom at the time. Growing up, I knew, like I said, I knew I was different. I was asked, were you depressed? And I would deny it. They asked me in school, do you learn different? Because we can put you in smaller classes, but I didn't want to be labeled or be mistreated. But once I open up and I trust Tom, hands down, Hill School of Theater saved my life. It gave me a vent, and it filled me in a room of people that were equally as weird and as different as me, but it was okay. But it was okay. And here were people who looked forward to seeing me. Marcy Harris' eyes blew every time she saw me. My hugs from Tom got really, really stronger. And to be honest, that is one of the first people I've ever trusted in life. And no matter how big the role was or how small the role was, me and Tom spoke about it the other day, people really thought I was some 35-year-old, hired actress, but I was just venting. I needed that vent. Um, I met Ben Schomburger. You can sing any song and Ben could finish it. Rick Conway taught me like the basics on how to draw art, but I was accepted there. And no matter, I was accepted there, but my light was never dimmed. It was never tamed. And as weird as I wanted to be around these people, I could be just that weird, and it was okay. Throughout throughout that journey and that walk, I got invited to North Carolina School of the Arts, and it was free for me. It was free. And I would hear people speak on, oh, it's almost $1,000 a week to be here. I was there for 5 weeks, but that was free for me. Somebody saw in me something that I couldn't see in myself, which gave me an extra push to want to do better and to be better. Um, I think a place to be is really cool because it's a lot of differences there as far as people, disabilities and things of that sort. Because I mean, the outside looking in, I look fine, but I have a lot of things that hinder me every day. To wake up and to go to work is a struggle for me. But I mean, if you ask me, I'll fill you in with that. But somebody paid for me to go to camp. That changed my life. Somebody saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And from that, I opened up and I trust someone. It's just cool to me that you're accepted there. And every staff member there is always chipper. They're always happy there. They're always freaking happy there. And it's like they it's like they kind of look forward to seeing you. But in my growing up, I didn't have a place to be. I just had kids who I thought were my friends, but they were using me for my money. They would beat me up, and I mean, I told you I got beat up for singing the Beatles, so it really wasn't that fun for me. But finding theater, I just learned it's okay for my hair to match my tutu. That's cool. It's okay if you walk down the street and you stare at me, honey. Not everybody has to like me. Not everybody has good taste. That's what I've learned through life. It just taught me to be brave and be ambitious and not to be afraid. I've been all over the world. I haven't been in Middleburg in like 8 years. 8 years. And how ironic is it that the job I left in Middleburg, I work in that same building. It's very tiring. I was there since 4 this morning, but via life I took in culinary arts. I've traveled the world and I've done it all by myself. My grandma said, I'm so proud of you because at 25, I was in the house when the street lights went on. At 25, I wanted to see a California sunset. And I went and I did that all by myself. So from someone who got bullied, who got picked on, who grew up obese, who was really depressed, at times suicidal, had no sense of self-esteem, had severe trust issues, someone who was bullied to the max. I mean, to the max. I'm proud of the woman I am today, but theater gave me that. It let me, when she cracked that egg, if you cook and you crack that egg open, that yolk is coming out. Theater cracked that egg for me. And the fact that I got to go places on free scholarships and somebody saw something in me, like I said, that I didn't see in myself. That's kind of what I get when I walk in a place to be. It's somebody sees something in you that you don't see in yourself. It's that pat in the back. It's everything that you need to pucker up and to be better. And what they do there is so freaking cool. It's like, why would you not want to contribute or bless someone so they can keep this going? Like in a sad day, I know I could go there and somebody's looking forward to seeing me. Now, I may have only met that person once, but they'll remember me. Like, I remember that. Then I feel special because somebody remembered me throughout my trial, my tribulation. So if I can leave you guys with anything, it's okay to be weird. It is okay to stick out like a sore thumb. And once upon a time in your life, you're going to have to trust somebody. But be as cool as you want to be. If it feels weird, just try it. Just try it a little bit. Just try a little bit. You don't have to eat the whole thing. You don't have to put avocado on it. You don't have to eat it sunny side up. Just try. And always just think, it could be you. This could be later on in life, this could be my kid. I did To Kill a Mockingbird with Forrest, and he had more lines than I had, and he remembered all of them. So it makes me very grateful. And it shows me resilience, and it shows me strength as a one day with a parent. Just your daily day. I don't know what you go through in a day, and I couldn't imagine it. But a place to be for me is super cool. It's a vent outside of the vent, but it's a place where it's acceptance there, and it's okay to be different. It's okay. It is absolutely okay. It's absolutely okay, and I'm glad for that. In a sense of a way, it kind of saves my life too. It gives me, how do I say this? It gives me inspiration, but it also grounds me. Just brings me back to, the beginning of everything. Here's some little kid that mom just dropped them off. They're screaming and hollering. They don't really know anybody. They're timid to trust. But on the outside looking at them, that was me. But I just had to do it with Tom. And here they have to do it with a whole bunch of smiling strangers. And I only had one who I had seen in church frequently. But not to keep you. That's my little spill. But I'm very grateful for this moment. And I really do like a place to be. I like what it does. I love being back here at Hill School. I love being in town. I love seeing the familiar faces in the crowd. And I really, really love just walking past a place to be and seeing parents stop and communicate, because that gives somebody else a bond. this place I would really like to see go on because it's an event for everybody. You know, you don't know what that mother's going through, just like nobody knew what I was going through as a kid. Or you don't know what that volunteer is going through, but it's acceptance there. No matter how weird or how different or how special or how unique or whatever your disability is, somebody at a place to be is happy to see you every time you are there. Yeah, yeah, right? Exactly. So not to take your time, but I'm very grateful for speaking here, and would like to see this further on because even if you don't have, even there's nothing wrong with you or you don't feel like this fits you, just come and check it out. It's really cool. It's a really nice place to be. It really is. That's my time.
All live under the same sky, and we 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 all live under the same sky.